If one never makes the journey to such a place, one has no clue what can be seen, found, and experienced in a place like this. To the amazing amazement of everything that exists. And so, if the mountain doesn't come to the prophet comes to the mountain. And that's the prophecy. Part of history, 1946, 47, 45, 52, 53, 56, 55, California, Nevada, 1944, Hawaii, 1951, and those here, they're prehistoric. We look forward, we can see a rusty, heavy witness of man's ingenuity, or rather man's stupidity. We can see quite a few witnesses. They dragged this big machine over from Seneca Falls, New York. Wow, what a drag. It looks like they left an almost intact and never used spare wheel for the old Ford Model T. Maybe it had that icebox at the back of his pickup tray. Well, we never know. Not important, right? Important is what remains of this beautiful day out here in a not so distant, although distant past of our modern heritage ancestry. Hey Maria, what's cooking? Well, let's get some margaritas going. We're gonna fix up the old 4T and give it new Forte. And then we say, hey, let's go for a trip, a road trip. Well, it looks like we found Thin Lizzy. It's not a Thin Lizzy, I found out it's a Ford, not a Ford. They couldn't afford a Ford. It's a Dodge. 1918. Well, looks like brand new, doesn't it? The wood is still in good condition. You know? Maybe the engine is still running. Amazing. Let's check out this place. Well, all that's left is all that's left. And that's all that's left. Because all else left. Well, if someone could spare a wheel, I guess they figured that didn't fit as a spare wheel and it was too big as a steering wheel. Maybe they transported that wheel. Well, the wheel of time keeps turning. The tooth of time keeps churning. And now we're gonna check out this big barn-like structure. Ha! It was another cooking thing. They were cooking things up here.
Dynamos that supplied electricity for lights, and the fourth engine was combined with a compressor that furnished.
Every cowboy sings the same old song. Every rose has its thorn. The shadows of time getting longer. The light gets lighter and the darkness gets stronger. Here we are witnessing the ingenious ingenuities, engineering marvels and foolishness of current and past day mankind activity. Opening up new horizons for us to learn. Oh man, you see all this glittering down there? That must have been the biggest saloon in town. Oh man, I guess all that fighting that I saw in that vision in the night, it must have taken place here. I almost have no doubts anymore about it. All there is left from those heydays, shall we say crazy people, to say the least, because who else in their proper sense of mind would do anything like this, right? Just kidding. And now, as the shadows get longer and longer, we have a long way back to the camp. A few miles. We're gonna survive with many smiles, and then we make a little fire for the night that is shiny and bright, have a little dinner, and maybe sing a little song, something like every cowboy sings the same old song. Every road meets another road. Well, and then the very best good thing is, or the very good best thing is, for the moment, that there is enough daylight left to make it back comfortably to the camp. Thank you, Nevada. Thank you, beautiful great desert, part of the almighty kingdom of the element earth. Thank you, great fire in the sky, part of all of the almighty kingdom of all of the fires, of all of the suns, of all of the solar system. Thank you, clean fresh air. Thank you, juniper tree. And thank you, great water, element of water, sacred water, holy water, for producing these beautiful 2 apples out there for me. And all that we see, all of this landscape was carved by water. Frozen water in the form of glaciers, snow, ice, oceans. And now it's still an ocean. An ocean of timeless space. We came up that direction that we're looking at the moment yesterday, not knowing what to expect. And the only constant that is in the universe is change, right? And this beautiful day is changing into a beautiful, peaceful night. After that beautiful, peaceful evening that it is producing right now. In this almost endless seeming vast space of this primordial landscape. Shadows are getting very long now. All that's left is a little mud brick foundation and a thin piece of adobe mud wall left on this house or whatever was standing here. Here it says was the Kennedy home. Mr. and Mrs. Thomas Kennedy, both of them had the same first name and the same last name. Interesting. Maybe they were soul twins. Lived here in the early 90s of the 1800s, and some members, it doesn't say that, but I figured that, and some member of the family occupied the home until all activities ceased in the vicinity. Whatever that means. I'm still active out here. Thomas was a hard rock miner, and silly causes finally bested him. There you go. Don't do too much hard rocking. Go for soft rock. Maybe smooth jazz or quiet meditation music, that's better. The children's names were Essie, Margaret, Mamie, Cecilia, Matthew and Chris. 4 girls and 2 boys. What a blessed family. And there's another home over there. Still in good standing. Not very big, but big enough maybe. Adobe house. Henry Joseph moved here from Adamsville, Utah before the turn of the century because the family was large. They occupied this building and another small building near it on the east side. Nearly all the children were grown-ups at the time. Their names were Elizabeth, Henrietta, Nellie, Bill, Reese and Charles. Wow. 6 kids. 3 boys and 3 girls. Very balanced. Well done, Mr. Joseph. Doesn't say anything about his wife, Mrs. Joseph. Mr. Joseph owned a fine freight team which he used for contract hauling to and from Tonopah. Almost sounds Japanese if you say it fast enough. Tonopah. Or Chinese. He also engaged in the production of charcoal. The Wade family lived in this house after the turn of the century. It was last occupied in the early 1950s by the Cyril Smith family. Well, now we know. So I guess the 3 girls lived here with mom and dad, and the 3 boys kind of lived a little bit further away, if they were all adults. At least that's what I figure.
Go figure.
And we follow the path. which continues across the street, which I guess was never ever busy in all of the known history here. And there's another sign over there. Let's see what that says. Bachelor's quarters. Here Leon and Charlie Sarek built for themselves a cozy adobe cabin which they occupied together until they moved to Stillwater. So, you know, just me being little me, figuring less than 250 feet from here, there were 3 girls living, 3 adult ladies, so to say, with their parents, and just to the side of it, another 150 feet, was there another 2 ladies living with their family? You know, I think those 2 bachelors were very smart. They had their cozy space here, and all those unmarried girls over there, you know, in the middle of a dark new moon night, the sun had disappeared behind the horizon of the western Nevada desert. It didn't take much for any of the 5 ladies which were not married here and lived with their parents just to sneak over here to the bachelor's quarters, didn't it? Anyway, I'm not gonna say nothing, right? Yeah, I think those 2 bachelors were smart guys. Go and watch the sunset. Om, Amen. Om. Thank you for this beautiful day. Well, this is Itchy, the Itchysaurus, in real life size depiction. Itchy is from Greek, I just read, meaning fish, and saurus is from Greek too, meaning lizard. So it means the fish lizard. It looks like it was a mixture between a dolphin and a shark. Maybe this is why it had to go extinct. So there you go, you see me with the Itchysaurus, and I personally have seen and witnessed mammals in the ocean, at least this size or even larger. A few years ago in Australia, off the Queensland coast, humpback whales, very gentle, beautiful, intelligent beings, maybe more related to man, anything else, which is interesting. So that's all we're gonna see from the Itchysaurus, because the doors are closed. The Itchysaurus is at home in there, but this signage is not telling the truth. It says Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m., 12 p.m., 2 p.m. And I've been here at 10, and I've been here at 2 today, and nobody showed up. So, that's what we have from the Itchysaurus. Then the sun goes down over Santa Monica Boulevard. That's actually true. Every single day of the year. Well, assuming going west on Santa Monica Boulevard. Well, it has been an eventful day out here in the great Nevada desert, and with the last light of the day we say goodbye and welcome the night. So with the last light of the day we are just about making it before the sky the skies, plural, we use plural here, turn dark. And since it is a new moon, the stars are gonna be coming out in this beautiful, clear, clean, crisp Nevada high mountain desert. And it might get a little chilly tonight, but we're okay. Enjoying a little evening meal here, a little evening snack. Looking out at the clouds. There's only one cloud, and it kind of is reminiscent of the Ichthyosaurus, isn't it? With the long beak, the tail already slowly disappearing into the night sky. Apart from that, there are no clouds. No clouds. Our fire, all the stars, and the one cloud that is so close in shape to the Ichthyosaurus that we can only conclude it was meant for us to be here. Circumstances talk for themselves. Circumstantial evidence, right? We're gonna keep on enjoying our evening, our night. Probably gonna get up early tomorrow morning before the sunrise into a new adventure. Always ready for another adventure.